Hi guys, welcome to this video, and this is another update on the garage, the man cave. So the floor is back down, as you can see down there. I haven't properly put it down yet. It's not completely permanent, mainly because I haven't had a storm in a while. So while it's bone dry underneath there at the moment, so I've confirmed that I've got no rising damp, even though the soil outside is sodden, which is a great sign. It's fantastic. I haven't yet confirmed that what I've done to the front door is storm-proof, and of course if water comes under there, it's going to get trapped underneath the floor in here, and just never dry out, or at least that's what I was seeing last time it happened. It just refused to dry out ever. So the plan is to keep it permanent, wait for it to storm, the thing, wait for a storm to happen. The wind always comes down this street and hits the front of the garage almost 90 to 100% of the time, so it's guaranteed if we have a storm it's going to get pelt the front door, and I'm going to see how much water comes in, if any, basically, and take it from there. Right, so what else have I been doing? As you can see, there's all the crap back there from moving in. There's also some boxes, you can see just there. Everything's backwards. The gaming table is over there, ready for something to put it on. Basically, I need to, you can see, it's a fairly big space here. It's actually 7 foot wide, so I can have 4 feet by 6 feet easily, though I'm probably going to stay to 4 foot by 4 foot in the center there. Maybe get a little sofa for the bit there, a chair in the corner, maybe some more storage, and that stuff is going to go. Of course, I've got a broom there and a bin bag which I need to throw out. But the biggest thing I've done, which is the reason for these boxes here, is that I've built myself a desk. So we popped down to Ikea, and of course, as you guys know, I use a standing desk, which is why I can wander around when I'm making videos. Well, I'm actually using a desk at the moment, so I wanted to show you pictures of that. So if I bring us over to here, you can see, whoop, that way, that's my desk. So what I basically went for is Ikea makes something called a Kallax, which is meant to be a series of bookshelves in different configurations. So you can get 4x4, 2x2, 1x4, massive ones. So I bought four kits, and that's what I made it from. So it's about 120 centimeters tall, which is perfect for where my arms are. And anybody who knows ergonomics will know that your arms should be at a right angle, which is perfect for how I stand. You can see on the floor here, I've got my mats to stop my feet getting tired. I've got space in here to store stuff, just big stuff. You'll notice in the back I've got 2 small holes. These ones here, these side bits there and there, they're really deep. Now the desk is about 2.5 foot deep, so those holes go 2.5 feet back that way. And also Ikea do these boxes that fit in perfectly in the holes, and you can just slide 2 of them in. So if you want to get to the one at the back, you just slide out the front box, get the back one out. Really easy. And then of course the same space under here. So I've got 4 under both sides there, and then this space here for just extra stuff. That's basically the layout of the table. So it's made out of 2 of the 4x1s that makes up the table, the top of the table, or desk as it were, and then 2 of the 2x2 ones that basically essentially make the legs. It's all braced together with brackets and things. Sits really nice. Now I was tempted to leave out, I've seen people make this configuration and they leave out this part here so that you get the wide surface top, but you don't get the storage at the front. It does look smarter, but what you're missing is you're missing out on sort of good storage there and there, and also this section here, which is perfect for sitting the cutting machine on, as you can see, and bigger stuff as well, while also allowing storage towards the back. So this is how I've got it set up. If I take us down here, so this is under the right hand side, the legs. I've got my computer on the top there. As you can see, this is my computer. Doesn't look like a computer, but I guarantee it is. This one here is taken up by wiring and stuff, and this one here is empty, waiting for something to fill it. So that's the one side. There's loads of storage in this desk. One of the things I wanted to do when I did this is have as much storage as possible. So there's nothing worse than cluttering up a place. So I wanted to have the desk be multifunctional. It's a desk. It's also because it's got these really thick worktops, and it's also got two of them. So I've got a little worktop down here and a big one up here. And you can get those table vices. I've got one of those. I can put it at different levels and basically work on stuff. So it's multifunctional. It's a work bench, and it's also my desk, and it's also a crap load of storage. So that's where the computer goes. And on the other side, I've just basically got my drills, which are down there, and a load of spray paints, and then two empty ones ready for stuff basically. Can't wait to get everything out of the house that I've piled up that the missus is moaning about and just shove it all in this desk. I'm really chuffed with it. The final picture is basically how the desk will look when I'm not using it. So basically, as you can see, the only thing that telltales that this might be a computer desk is if somebody can tell that's a computer, for one, which they might not be able to, considering it looks like well, it is a flight case with a big circle on the top, which is basically my intake fan. There's a joystick hanging out around there, which I could probably get rid of, and then you can see these little wires around the place, but I can probably cover those up by putting boxes in the place. And then of course my keyboard, mouse and screen are all behind this small whiteboard. I'm going to be getting a much bigger whiteboard so that it's much less obvious that there's a computer behind there. So my hope is that if I ever got somebody, of course, the window here is covered up during the night time when I'm not using it. I only uncover it for using it in the daytime. My hope is that looking at the desk at a glance, you can't tell that it's actually a computer desk, and you'd have to look further and closer to see that it is. So if somebody's in a hurry or they're doing it by torchlight, that might not be obvious because it is pitch black in here in the night time. So that is my plan, and that is why I'm fine with it being in the garage. That and the fact that behind this wall is actually where the garage door is. It's actually about there, and that is completely locked up. There's some rails that it runs on across the top here, and I've basically blocked the rails with some screws and bolts. That's not going anywhere, so nobody is opening that door, and I'm told that that is the weakest part in a garage's security. Of course, there is still the door back there and the window that aren't that secure, but they require noise to open, and of course they don't have any little tricks of the trade where you can pop open a lock from, because with a normal door there's a little latch inside. You can get a piece of wire, you can stick it under if there's a gap, which there is on mine, and flick the little catch, and then just basically open the door and steal whatever you like. I probably shouldn't explain that, but anybody who's looking to steal stuff from a garage will already know that. So I've duct taped over that little catch just in case. That's not going anywhere. They can't get their fingers underneath because of what I've done with the ceiling, and even if they can get it open, it can't open on the rails. They would have to literally bend the bottom of the garage up to get it open. So I'm pretty confident no one's getting in here, but if they do, if I set up my desk like that, then it shouldn't be immediately obvious that there's stuff in here worth nicking. There's not going to be a bike in here or anything. My work bike I leave outside. It's got a basket on it and panniers and really girly mud guards. So that's what I ride to work on. So no one's stealing that. I've left it places completely unlocked, and no one's given it a second look. And it's only a cheap bike from Decathlon to start with, so it's no good to anybody apart from me getting to work and not having to worry about my bike. Sorry, I've gone off on a bit of a ramble here, but hopefully what I have done is given you guys a good idea of what I'm doing with the man cave and how it's going. There's still work to be done. I'll probably be painting the walls. I'm not sure. There'll be a proper curtain up there. and sorting out that end of the garage. This end is pretty sorted apart from the old desk which is sitting down in the corner here. Yeah, really happy with it. Getting this desk in here has really made a big difference to the way that the desk feels, or the room feels. Feels a lot better, to be honest. So that's it really. Hopefully you haven't been too bored by the length of this video. It's given you a bit of an insight into what I've been doing and how the garage is going, because I know that some of you are quite interested, especially in what I'm doing with the floor. So that's it really. Thank you very much for watching. Give me a like if you like the video. If you didn't like it and you don't like what I'm doing, give me a thumbs down, and hopefully give me some comments if that's the case, and what I can do better. And that's it. So thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.